Gun Dog Broker, the most comprehensive website focusing on hunting dogs. If you're looking for health information, lineage, and performance, Gun Dog Broker has what you're looking for. Log on today and find out if your dog is gun dog worthy. I'm Kirk Driskell with Gun Dog Broker, and today we're in the field with Mark Fulmer with Sarahsetter Kennels in Aiken, South Carolina. How you doing, Mark?
I'm fine, Kirk.
We appreciate you having us out today, man. Thanks very much.
Glad you're here.
So, if we could talk a little bit with folks, what do you look for in a quality hunting dog? What are you looking for?
Well, I started in the field trial world, and when I decided to become a professional trainer in 1991, I actually decided to market my business towards high-end gun dogs. The field trial world is extremely competitive, but it's an extremely small market. And what I love is hunting, and I enjoy great gun dogs, so I chose to go the gun dog route. And over the years, I've developed a breeding program based on breeding great bird dogs, where I'm looking for every puppy in a litter to be a great gun dog. And if there's an exceptional dog that I see has field trial ability, I'll certainly try to find an owner for him and aim him that direction. Yeah.
So what if someone's looking for a quality hunting dog with let's just look from a breeding standpoint before we even get into talking about the puppy, just from a breeding, what should you be looking for?
Well, as a breeder, I've come to a point where my goal is to produce every puppy in the litter as a great hunting dog. And frequently when you go to dogs that are bred for field trials, the field trial breeder's sole goal is to produce a dog that will become a champion. And they've got 6 or 7 that don't make the grade, and they get passed off as hunting dogs. And some make very good hunting dogs, and others just end up being run-off problem dogs because they still have field trial blood in them. When I'm breeding for a gun dog specifically, I'm looking for a dog that wants to be with me, but I still want him to have a lot of drive and desire. What I'm looking for is a highly intelligent dog that has great natural abilities.
Yeah. And wants the attention and wants to kind of eager to please.
I'm looking for a dog that's biddable. He's willing to please. He wants to be with you, and he wants to work for you.
Right. So if you've got a 6-week-old puppy sitting there, what in your mind, what should a 6-week-old puppy be doing under your breeding program, under a quality hunting dog, gun dog program? What should a 6-week-old puppy be doing?
At 6 weeks old, a puppy's brain is 70% of the mass of an adult dog's brain. At 12 weeks, a puppy's brain is 90 to 95% of what an adult dog brain is in relation to body weight. So there's a period of rapid brain growth between 6 weeks and 12 weeks. And what I found is when you actively train during that 6-week window, you create a dog that is innately smarter because you're helping his brain develop. There's been a lot of research done in the human field on making better human babies. Of course, we've all heard you should read to your baby while it's in the womb. The mother should remain active, and those things make a difference. So that's part of what I'm looking for, is a dog with great natural abilities. And at 6 weeks, it's hard to say, but by the time they're 7-8 weeks of age, you'll start seeing maybe half the litter show exceptional qualities and the others sort of follow. And in another week or two, they all pick it up. But it's all about early learning because they teach each other.
Yeah. So if you're there now, 11, 12 weeks into the deal, your dogs are already pointing, retrieve. I mean, it's
yeah. I have puppies in the field by the time they're 7.5 weeks old, and they literally go to the field every day for exposure to birds. The first week is really minimal. They just learn that there are birds out there and they start looking for them. Puppy's vision is not very good, and when a bird hops up and flies off, they can follow it maybe 10, 15 feet, and then they truly have no idea where it went. So as their eyes develop as they grow older, all of a sudden they can follow birds, and they'll run in the direction that a bird flies, and they'll actually come across bird scent, and they'll flash point it and then bump it, and they teach themselves to point and back all before they're 10, 11 weeks old. And I end up with every puppy in the litter at 12 weeks that points, backs, and most of them retrieve naturally by 12 weeks.
That's neat. Well, that's, it's when you're looking for a quality dog, you want to make sure that the dog matches your lifestyle, right? I mean, if you're looking for a field trial dog, then you want to buy a field trial dog. But if you're looking for a hunting home, and I think a lot of folks out there, they buy a pedigree rather than buying the dog that meets their lifestyle. How would you educate someone that's watching this? What should they be looking for in that scenario? Is it just the breeder or the development?
It's some of both. There's so many different angles to approach this. Obviously, dogs that are well bred will have lots of champions in their pedigree, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be great hunting dogs. I've seen a lot of inconsistency over the years with people that breed from one generation to the next current champion, and the next generation does not produce what the generation before was, and it's simply a matter of the genes weren't right, or it was a dog that had a fortune spent on him in training that got him to that championship, and he didn't have natural ability that he was able to pass along genetically. Same thing happens in the show world. Show people will spend thousands of dollars putting a show championship title on a dog, and they simply buy it. If you go to enough shows, your dog will be named a champion, and then they turn around and breed it. And once they establish a long line of champions, all the judges know whose long line of champions are, and it's sort of self-fulfilling, because his parent and his grandparent was the champion, they end up naming the next one a champion, and there's really been no improvement in the breed. It's just sort of status quo.
Right. So that's the difference between you is you're breeding for quality.
I'm breeding for quality, and I'm breeding for improvement in every generation.
Right.
And I've seen it in the last 4 or 5 generations in all of my dogs. It's the dogs that start earlier and show more intelligence every time I breed. And I'm truly breeding for cognitive function.